Hi, welcome to Haileyknitsabit. As the name suggests, my name is Hailey. Thanks for watching this first episode or just clicking on it in general. It is greatly appreciated. I guess I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I live in Tennessee. I have 2 dogs and a cat. I live with my boyfriend and I am 26 years old. I work at an online sewing store, which is pretty neat. And what else? I like to mainly knit is my main hobby. I like to cross stitch, English paper piece, sew. In the summer I like to garden and can. I guess that might be like a springtime, fall thing too. But main hobby for now is knitting, without a doubt. It has become such a big part of what I like to do and what I like to focus on that it just makes sense to start a podcast. I have watched so many podcasts and have tried to start this so many times that it just feels right with it being still really early into a new year to just jump right into it. I guess what else I will say is that I will go ahead and apologize for the sound of the washing machine. It's Sunday, so I have to get some laundry done. And then any shadows you see is from this ceiling fan. So in the future, hopefully I get it all worked out where this doesn't happen at the same time as when I'm filming. So I guess that is that. But first things first is I'm wearing a handmade project. I just threw this on because it's a comfy, cozy Sunday. It's kind of gloomy outside. It's not really raining, but it had been. And I think it's supposed to be just cloudy for the rest of the day. And it's a little chilly because it's January. So this is my take on the classic by Espace Tricot. I'm not good at pronouncing stuff. But it's a free pattern. And I used numbers from it and a bit from the gingerbread pattern that's also there. So that's free to kind of come up with this because it was like, I don't know if it was a full-on turtleneck or just a mock neck, but I am a fan of turtlenecks, so I just knit less for the neck, and it calls for a split hem, and I did not. I knit it the same length all the way around, and a lot less ribbing. I did that too, but I really like how it turned out. It's a very cozy sweater. It's my first sweater I've ever knit, so that is awesome for me. I think I finished it in like September or something like that. I put it down for a long time though, and then picked it back up and I was like, I'm gonna finish this. I'm determined. And I did. So really happy with it. It is knit with Knit Picks yarn. They're a loft and they're fingering weight wool of the Andes, I believe. No, I don't believe it's the superwash. I think it's just the regular wool. So, and the color is the Labyrinth Heather. I'm almost positive. But, yes. Really happy with how this turned out. I really like that I have a sweater that I knit. It's pretty neat. And I've knit one other sweater since then too. The Erie by Isabell Kraemer. And that had like some cabling and stuff, so I was pretty proud of that, and I think it went really well. I'll have to show you that sometime soon. So I guess we'll just get started, just jump right into it. I just plan to show you in this episode the things, my current works in progress, minus a We Are Knitters cardigan kit. I knit one panel of the front and haven't been back to it since because you seam it all together and you knit panels separately and whatnot. Haven't been back to it, but it's still sitting in my bins of my stash, and I'm sure I have a dishcloth and I believe 2 socks that I'm not going to show you that I took off the needles but put on barber cords so I can move on to other projects I'm actually probably going to work on more. And maybe I'll pick those up, or I might just frog them and just restart. I don't know. We'll see. That's a problem for another time. But to get started, I guess I'll show you my most worked on project lately in my last one I picked up. It is the Flax Light by Tin Can Knits in the 6 to 12 month size. It is super cute baby sweater. Love it. I am almost done. I have just a few more stitches of few more rows of the ribbing left to do before I can bind off and wash it and sew in all of the ends. It is so cute. This is from Holly Press Fibers. There's more good in you than you know. And the sheepish sock base. That is such a tongue twister for me. And I'll have a little bit of it left over. I did mod it to just leave out the garter panel because I've knit this before and I wanted to do something just a little bit different because I was going to knit the same pattern. I want to at least kind of change it up and do something a bit different. So I've done that. And yeah, so that is that. Today is the 22nd, I believe, and I casted this on January 9th. It has not been my primary project. I have worked on other stuff, and I did put it down for a while because I ordered some more needles for it, and I just was waiting for the needles to come in before I continued on with it, because a lot of my projects lately have been using the US 5 needles, and I'm not afraid to have more needles to do more projects with. So order more of those because I'm going to use them, and I have used them. So it's worked out really well, and I have let my sister use the needles too. So that's another reason why I need to order another pair, because my sister, I let her borrow the needles. So it is almost done. I probably will finish this today. I'm banking on it. So less than 2 weeks, right? Because there's 14 days and 2 weeks. And 14 plus 9 is like 25, I believe, or 24. So might be. I'm terrible at math too. Well, I can do math, but if you're pressuring me to do it, I cannot, and I feel pressured, and you're not even here to pressure me. I'm pressuring myself. So believe it's right underneath 2 weeks, or just about at 2 weeks. So very exciting. Really happy to have a finished project so early in the year. It's really good for like my motivation to keep going and keep working on projects that I really want to work on. So project number 1. Project number 2 I'll show you is the Zweig. I think that's how you pronounce it, by Caitlin Hunter. It's this cute top. I am really excited. It's long sleeve. Oh, last thing I'll have to say about the baby sweater is that has been yarn that's been sitting in my stash for pretty much after I really started to knit. So to have to use a skein that's been sitting there that long is pretty neat. And the project I originally ordered it for was a shawl that just didn't work out because I was such a novice knitter that it just wasn't working for me, what pattern I decided to do. But the accompanying skein that I bought for it, the other color, it was also used for a baby sweater, same sweater for my nephew, but I did the garter ridge panels. So pretty neat that it's like, you know, yarn that I never thought about using in that way, having it's being used in a different way, and it's just pretty neat to be able to use your, you know, yarn from your stash. So this is my progress so far. It is coming along quite nicely. I'm pretty close. So I haven't done, I did not do a gauge swatch, so my apologies. But it's going along pretty nicely. I did cast this on before the before I started to gift knit stuff, which I did really late in the year. I think I started to gift knit in November. So I casted this on either in November or like end of September. I'm not exactly sure. I believe this is pretty similar to what the samples I've seen. I don't know if my lace color section is longer than what theirs is, but that's okay. I think it's going along quite nicely. I did finish that section, and now I'm on to the next part. You can't see it because I'm just on the first, but I have this like one little chart left, and then I can split for the sleeves. So this is coming along super nicely. I can't wait till I'm actually done with it. I probably will go full steam ahead on it once I finish that baby sweater, because my sister's trying to become a better knitter. So we tried to do a vest together. That didn't work out. It was a bottom up construction, and I'm just not a fan of those. So I'm just not into it. So for at least right now, in this current mind space, I'm not into it. So we dropped that pretty quickly. Then she was like, I want to do sweaters for my friends' babies. I'm like, okay, we can do that, and I'll do a 1-2 so we can do it together so you feel more confident. And it's worked out. That didn't take that long, and I feel like she does feel more confident to work on other things now, so that's good. But I'm gonna work on this full steam ahead just as soon as baby sweater's done. I guess I'll also show you, I didn't show you the stitch marker. It is, I am so terrible at this. I do apologize. It is from Explorer Knits and Fibers Winter Market update. I've also bought this sweatshirt. It's pretty cute. I wear it a lot. And I bought the stitch marker and some yarn. And yeah, was not planning to buy stuff, but I did. So that's that. But I did buy, so this is yarn from her Ireland 2.0 collection. I did, was on the site when she released the first part of the collection, but I did not have anything in mind, so I missed out because it went a lot faster than what I was thinking it was going to. But my Guinness and Killarney, I am so terrible at pronouncing names. I do apologize. National Park is the name of this one. But this is out of the cashmere sock base, so that's pretty neat. And it is very soft. Very excited to continue this on and actually have a super nice finished project. Because, I mean, I really like this sweater, but it's exciting to have other sweaters and garments that you can wear that you can swap out. Let's see what else. I guess I'll grab some water too while I'm at it. Okay, what else can I show you? I guess we'll go with from most worked on to least. So we're working our way down the line. Guess I'll just start off to say I did sew this. I cannot remember the project name of it, but I did pay for the pattern on Etsy. And it's a really nice pattern. It comes with 3 different sizes of bags. That's really awesome. It does have a drawstring top, which right now is my favorite. And comes with a handle. It does come with a pocket too, instructions on how to do I can't even talk. The pocket, but I decided to omit that. But really cute deck cloth from Walmart. But fabric that my friend gave me that he was destashing. Super cute. I really love the chickens and the cows and the sunflowers. Adorable fabric. And then I bought this I keep saying yarn. Fabric from Hobby Lobby. It's just a cute polka dot, and made this bag, and it's super cute, and I love it. I carry it with me everywhere. All of my current projects do go in this, but I try to keep 2 projects in it because I never know what I want to work on or what will be better suited to work on at a certain time. So I just keep it all in there. So next project is the DK socks by the Crazy Sock Lady, or also known as K. This is for my boyfriend. This is the size large, US 3 needles on my ChiaoGoo 9-inch circular needles. ChiaoGoo are my favorite. I have tried some Knit Pride needles that were plastic that I got from Hobby Lobby. Did not work out well. I've also tried Lantern Moon. Those are wooden. Those are pretty good, but the cables just aren't it. I think the cables and it being so customizable is the winning factor in the cable connector. I bought a cable connector for the Lantern Moon. So big, it just doesn't make any sense to me. But besides the point, these are for my boyfriend. Really cute. I haven't gauged my sock, so I don't know exactly if it's matching up with what she calls for or if it's a bit different. But it's okay. It's just a sock for him. He's just going to be lounging around the house in it. This is working out really nicely. I'm working on the whole flap. I'm almost done with that. Then I can move on to the next part. They work up super quickly. I knit the whole leg and ribbing in just like a few hours out eating dinner. So really nice. But he picked out that color. And I don't know exactly how well these socks will work out. But since he's not going to be wearing them like hardcore, he's just going to be wearing them around the house. I'm not too worried about it. But this is Juniper Moon Farm Moonshine. I don't know if that's the color name or the base name. But it is 40% alpaca, 40% wool, and 20% silk. So, really like that. We bought that yarn. He went with me. We went to Gatlinburg together, and they have a spin shop, yarn shop there, and we went in and we're looking around, and he was actually really amazed because there's so much to it. He only sees the stuff that I do somewhat. I work on a few projects every now and then, so he doesn't really have the full idea and concept about yarn and yarn shops and whatnot. And he was pretty amazed. He was like, that's a lot of different yarn. I'm like, yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it? He was looking at the looms and stuff, and that's really neat. That might be the looms and the spinning wheels and stuff. Who knows where this journey will take us. It's crazy that you can start one hobby and then it can morph into so much more. I guess I'll tell really quick, a side tangent. I started knitting because my sister wanted to do something together with me and she wanted to crochet. I believe this was right when the pandemic started. I feel like that's how so many people started to learn how to crochet or knit or just do any hobby, it's funny to think, because whenever we first started, I was like, no way can I ever knit. I will never learn how to knit. That's too hard. That's too difficult. And crochet just wasn't really working out for me. And I was like, you know what? If other people can knit, I can knit. So I picked it up. I watched a lot of YouTube videos, had a lot of fails, but it really worked out. And I'm really glad it did, because knitting is something I enjoy to do so much. I love to watch knitting videos. I love to watch knitting pictures, following people on Instagram that knit, or yarn dyers, or designers, or just other makers in general. I watch all of the videos that I come across. I really do. I watch all the videos, and it's a great hobby. And I almost in a way feel honored that I can make myself something that I can actually use, and then it last. It's pretty neat. It kind of makes me emotional to think about, but that's besides the point. I don't even know what else to say really on this project. I'm sorry I keep making mouth noises. I'm gonna stop doing that. But I don't know if I'm going to edit this video any, because that's what has held me back in the past. So we're going to make a progression. This is going to be a progression of me. I'm going to evolve to a better knitting, uploading self. Because that's what I would like to do. And as humans, we like to evolve. So that is pretty much all I have to say on those socks. The yarn we got in Gatlinburg. Already told you the yarn base. After you've seen the sock. Pretty basic. We're just cruising along on it. Just cruising. And I guess one thing, just to throw back to the baby sweater, I really don't like to do magic loop. So I'm actually doing the ribbing on, because I've been messing around with different needles, like trying to figure out what needles I like best. That's why I ordered some Lantern Moon. But I'm doing the ribbing on Addy Flexi Flips, and it works out pretty nicely, and it goes by pretty fast. It's not my favorite method, but it's better than magic loop or DPNs. So that is that. Let's see. What else? I guess we'll show you this, and then I'll go on to the next stuff. So this is a bag I bought from Denim and Rain. And I just stuffed, because I'm not actually working on this stuff right now. I just stuffed it in here. This is Erika socks by, I don't remember her name. I do apologize. But let's see. It is out of the 52 Weeks of Socks book. And I finished the leg, and I just have to move on to the next part. I don't know if these are exactly right, because I'm not a good chart reader, but I am practicing and trying, so that's why I decided to do these. I did go off of that, but I think they're pretty much right for the most part, so good enough. And then I haven't worked on this in a minute. This is the Winter Tales, I do believe, by Zeta, like, blanket shawl. My hair gets caught on anything, I'm sorry. But I haven't got too far. Put this down to work on gift knits. And then I've been trying to primarily focus on like 1 or 2 projects so I can actually get stuff done. But haven't got much done on this. But I really like how it's turned out so far. This is with Newton. I am not good at their color name, so I don't know the color name of it. But I only became a patron of theirs this year. And I believe this was like September or something. I only bought it from 2-3 collections. But this is pretty cute. Something that I guess I'll just like pick up and work on every now and then. Because it's something I really would like to have. Like if I had this at the office with me, perfection. Would be beautiful. Stitch marker. This one is from Hello Lavender. It's just an accompanying stitch marker for like one of the main ones. I believe Above the Clouds. And this is a stitch marker from Hello. No, it's from Denim and Rain. I can't even talk. I'm not even a huge mushroom fan. But like her artwork is so pretty that I could not pass this up. And I thought the colors went well with this project, so that's why I put it on it. But those are those. And I kind of went out of order somewhat, because if I was going in like total order, my yarn completely just like rolled away, so that's okay. But if I was going completely in order, I would have showed you this cardigan I'm working on, and then this pair of socks, and then that shawl. But it is what it is. This is an old project bag. I really need to wash it. It just sits in the corner because it holds projects I don't really work on right now. It's just like my hibernation stuff. But I bought this off of Etsy like a while back. I don't remember the seller's name, but it's pretty cute. But yes, okay, so this cardigan. It is the Beaufort 5 by Isabell Kraemer. And it has this nice stitch pattern on it. It's kind of hard to tell. Oh, and then my Hello Lavender Above the Cloud stitch marker from the Garden Walk collection. And this is it. This is the back top portion, I believe. For a few weeks there, I was working on projects until I got to a stopping point. So I ran out of, this is one skein of Knit Picks yarn, which I am Wool of the Andes, Sport Weight, and Camel Heather is what I'm knitting this with. So this is what one skein of that will get you, which is quite a bit because it's rolling up. But I'm not too far off from finishing this portion of this, I was going to say sweater, but the cardigan. So I have, oh no, I've lost all kinds of stitches. But that's okay because since this is that's one of my favorite parts about non-superwash yarn is the yarn just sticks. So like even though I just tore the cardigan off of the cord, it did not go anywhere. The stitches didn't. But I really like Isabell Kraemer's patterns. I've only knit the Erie from her, but it was one of the easiest patterns that I have ever followed. It did a different construction, so it was like a mystery while I was knitting it, but I fully trusted her process, and it turned out beautiful. So, really excited to have this as a finished project, and I think it'll be nice when I can start working on it again. Okay, I've got 2 other projects left in here. It'll be short and sweet to the point because I'm not fully working on these projects. These have been in hibernation for a long time. This is my first toe-up sock. It's knit out of Patton's Croix sock yarn. I got it on clearance at Hobby Lobby, and I thought it was a great deal. So, it is just a basic sock. I don't believe I was following an exact pattern because I couldn't find one. I couldn't find instructions, so I had to kind of play around with it. But I'm so close to being done with it. I don't know why I just don't finish it. I'm on the leg. Like, literally, I'm on the leg. And I don't know what's holding me back. So, that's that. It's just a basic old sock. So, that's that one. And then this is just an ugly pouch that I made. That was before I leveled up into my great bag making skills. But I've only made one good bag, so I shouldn't toot my horn too much. And then this is the Snowy Mountain Stocking by Ursula. I don't remember what her last name is. But it's a super popular Christmas stocking pattern. And this is my first time doing color work, and this was pretty early in my knitting journey. So I don't know how, like, crazy well I'm doing, but it's pretty cute. And then, in case you're curious, there's all of my floats. I like how the floats look so nice up there because it's just 1 by 1, but that's pretty even. And then, I don't know if I just kind of fall downhill in the bottom. The snowflakes look nice. But yeah, so that's that. I need to pick this back up. I still have the pattern. Like, I printed out the pattern so I can pick it up anytime I would like and just get started on it again. But I don't know when that will be. So, thanks for watching. I hope you comment and like this video. And if you have anything to say, I'd love to hear it. I do like to watch knitting podcasts and stuff. I watch Needles at the Ready every week, the Crazy Sock Lady, Knitty Natty. Those are just a few that come up to mind, like, right off the bat, but I do watch quite a few others. Like, pretty much anytime I see any kind of knitting podcast, I click on it and watch it or listen to it. Oh, Wool and Vine, too. She's a classic. But, yeah, I admire them all, and I hope to be as good as them one day, and I guess that's it. Thanks for watching.